Hi, this is David from over at simplymaya.com, and I'd like to take a moment of your time to explain our texture upload and collaboration system to you. Now, there's several reasons why I created this, and honestly, it's been in the back of my mind for quite a number of years. Now, the first one and main one is when you upload an image to the internet, site like Facebook, Instagram, etc., that image is often changed. It's often compressed, made smaller, changed in format, which is honestly fine if you just want to show a picture of your holidays or, what you had for breakfast. However, if you're uploading a 16-bit or 32-bit vector displacement, having that then compressed into a JPEG makes it useless. The same goes for things like displacement, normal maps, of course. So uploading textures to the internet can be a little daunting, especially if you want the original file to remain intact. That goes as well for image size. Some displacement maps will be 40, 50 megabytes, and a lot of sites have restriction on size. The other big thing for me is licensing. So I upload my image. Who owns the license? If I upload it to Instagram, I give them a non-exclusive license for it that perhaps I don't want to, and then the people that are downloading it have no idea if they could use it in commercial work, if they can make derivative files from it. So I think a decent texture system needs a couple of things right off the bat. It needs the ability to upload very large images, and it needs the ability to not monkey around with those images. So if you upload a 16-bit TIFF, it's a 16-bit TIFF the end user will be downloading. Now, also with licensing, I'm going to run you through the system here, and you'll see how easy it is to license your work for any type of use. So let's start by creating a quick project, and I'll show you a couple of ways to create a project, and then a couple of ways to collaborate with other people's work, if they have allowed it, of course. So I'm going to hit the Start a Project button here, and you'll be taken to a fairly simple screen. You can drag and drop, or you can hit the select. Now, we'll do a full texture project in a moment, but for right now, I just want to pick a couple of different leaves here and show you how you can upload multiple projects at the same time. So I'm actually going to upload all of these at once. Now you can see here we haven't generated a small preview. This is because with TIFFs you need to upload them first. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the upload button. Now I've picked TIFFs because it's a format that's oftentimes immediately converted to JPEG on upload. You'll see that won't happen here. So I'm going to hit upload, and I'll be back with you when that's done. Okay, so that uploaded on my fairly slow internet here at home. Now you'll get a message asking you to save and continue. You can indeed do that, or you can come here and add more files, remove files, maybe you uploaded something by accident, and then there's another save and continue down here. So you'll see now that we're in this, and this was the one of the ways I thought to organize this, and I'd be happy to hear your opinions on it. But basically you take your images and you drag and drop them to form projects. So this two images together would be one project, and I can now organize these files into individual projects. Doing it this way just means that I can upload a lot of images at once without the need to continuously go back to the upload screen. So I'm going to organize these leaves into projects because I don't need multiple images of each leaf. Of course, I can indeed upload them together. So if you have reference, it's often useful to have multiple reference, different angles, back and front side and whatnot. I'm sure you're aware some of the problems of finding good reference online. So here is my projects. So 1 project, 2 projects, 3, 4, and 5 all in one go. I'm going to hit save and continue, and this will allow me to go through to here. So here is the main project, and here is the sub images. So the category for this one will be nature. Now I'm going to apply the nature category to all of my projects here, so apply to all, and you'll see that that's applied the same category to all of them. Now I'm going to need some tags here, so I'm just going to go leaf and apply that to all, so that will apply the tag to all. It just helps people find it in our search engine. We don't have quite the same budget as Google here, folks, so our search engine will be, for the time being, rather rudimentary. Now we need to also let us know what type of image these are, and these are photo reference. And I spot one upgrade already. We should really have an apply to all for this. Let me see, photo reference. So the system is extremely new. There are going to be some bugbears, and I would love some feedback on it if you have any. Now, you can have a project notes if you want to write something for the people to see what you were thinking, what your thoughts were, etc. But for me, I'm just going to come down here and hit save and continue. And now we see the licensing. So I've tried to make the licensing really simple. It's all based on the Creative Commons or public domain licensing. So basically, you can allow your work to be shared. Now, the whole point of this system is to allow people to share your work with other people. So if you don't want your work to be shared at all, well, don't upload it to the internet. This just gives you a way to control how it's shared. So you can allow people to just share it however they want, or they can share it, but they can take your work, but as long as they share it too. So it depends on you. Do you want to allow commercial uses? Should be fairly self-explanatory. Now, you can just make it public domain, which means people can do whatever they want with it. But a warning here, if you put something in the public domain, it will forever be in the public domain. So only do this if you want to relinquish complete control over your files. That doesn't just go for uploading it on Simply Maya, by the way. That goes for uploading it on the internet in general. So for me, I'm going to allow people to adapt this work and do whatever they want with it. They don't have to share the adaptation. They can keep it private if they want. I don't mind. And you can use these files for commercial work. I don't mind that as well. Now, if you want us to create a post on our forum announcing, hey, I've made some work, we'll do that for you. Your name, so people can attribute this work to you. Work URL, if you've got a website or something where you store your work, source work. Now this one is if you're creating something from somebody else's work, if you have permission, of course, you might want to credit them as well down here. Now we also allow you to take PayPal donations, and I want to make this clear. This will have nothing to do with Simply Maya. We make no money off this whatsoever. It simply posts a link directly to your PayPal. So someone will click it, they can donate money to you. We can't see what they've donated. We have no control over it whatsoever. It will simply put the link on. So I'm going to put in Simply Maya's PayPal address for this. I won't be taking donations from my own work. I'm just doing this one so you can see how that would work. So I'm going to hit the Save Changes here. Now I can go to my projects folder and you'll see all these projects are pending. Now, at the moment, we are manually allowing work. So we're not sure about the spam situation and what we'll have to do about that, and inappropriate material, also stolen material. So we're going to be moderating. Now, after a few uploads, we'll try and give people sort of VIP status, trusted status, if you like, so you don't have to go through this. But I'll be moderating every day along with a few other people, so it shouldn't take long. Okay, I'm going to pause you now while I go and authorize all these projects. Okay, so all of our projects have now been authorized. You can see there's 4 images in this project, 2 in this one, 2 in this one, 2 in this one, 2 in this one. So if I click on the object now, you can see that my files will remain exactly the same as I uploaded. So if I hit download original, you'll see that this downloads as the TIFF that I uploaded it, and that's one of the most important points for textures, of course. We do not want to change your files. Now here you have an edit project button, so if this is your project, you can come in and edit it. You can delete it. We'll keep no copy of it whatsoever. You can go through the edit process. So you can add a note, you can rechange it, you can rechange what the sub images are, etc., etc. You can change your license, you can basically change everything that you would want to change. Now in this case we've got a PayPal donate, so as it says here, 100% of this goes to you. If you hit the button, it will just go through to your PayPal. So I'll do that, and it will go through at the moment to Simply Maya's PayPal because that's the PayPal I put in, but this would be yours. So again, we have no control over that. It's just purely a courtesy for creators who might want to take donations. Now let's go back and look at our TextRoom projects and start a different type of project. Also, posts for these have been created on our forum. So if you look on our forum, here's all the new things I just uploaded. So people can come in here, comment on your work, maybe say they've updated it, whatever they want. Again, it's just a way of having the stuff shown to be shared and for people to be able to easily find it. Now I'm going to come in, I'm going to upload a different type of project and show you how the project collaboration works. So I'm going to hit start a project. And this time I am going to upload, say I uploaded this concrete wall here, and this one's a PNG. I'm just showing you different file types. Now we don't support HDR EXR at the moment, which is something I'm working on right now, but there'll be a different video about that because this already I think is complicated enough. So I'm going to upload this base wall color and then simulate what would happen if somebody else found this and made an actual texture of it and wanted to collaborate with me. Okay, so that uploaded just fine as we expected, and I'm going to hit save changes and continue. Now it's had a guess at what this is. It will do this. We leverage Amazon Web Services AI to try and guess what things are. It's not always successful. You know, it's doing its best. So again, there's no sub images with this. You'll notice I didn't get the chance to organize it into a project because it's only one image, so we just skip that step. Save and continue for the licensing options. I'm going to go with the standard license. I'm going to put my details in here. I'm not going to take donations. I'm just going to hit save changes, go to my projects. Whoops. Go to my projects. There we go. So you see our pending project. Now I'm going to authorize this project and log in as a new user to show you the collaboration features. Okay, so the project has been authorized and I'm indeed logged in as a new user. So as a new user, I don't get the edit the project button, of course. I can't edit people's projects. That would make no sense whatsoever, but I can add to the project. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to add all of these files. So the situation would be I've downloaded somebody's photographic reference and I've turned it into an actual texture, roughness, normal, displacement, ambient, occlusion, etc. Now I have a tutorial on both the site and YouTube for free telling you how this texture was made. I'll link it in the description, but you can see here. So we're going to upload all this lot, upload. Again, this might take a while. There's some fairly big images in here, nothing too drastic. Okay, so we've got the success message and we can just save and continue. Now I need to put what type of files these are. Now, in a lot of cases, it will try and guess. It didn't get the ambient occlusion, it did get the roughness, it did get the normal, and it didn't get this one because it's just a photo reference, and it got the displacement map. So I'm going to save and continue. Now, the license will be the same license the original author had. Now, in this, if they've specified a license, which they have to do on our site to make it clear for people using it, and you as the content creator to have your rights respected, it'll be the same license. So they'll have to use the same original license that you used. So I'm going to come in and I'm just going to put my standard thing. I don't want to take donations, success, and I'm going to go to my projects. Now, again, this will be pending. Everything at the moment will have to be authorized. So I'm going to go in and authorize this. Okay, so I authorized those images. We're hoping to put some anti-spam filters and stuff on, so such moderation won't be necessary, but just bear with us. We should get your images authorized fairly quickly. So if I look under this project now, you'll see the images contributed by David James. And then under here, obviously, if I was two different people, there's now a master image, and this is the derivative work. So it will say it's based upon this one and it'll appear on the same page. Now somebody else could take this image and maybe do another texture with it, which could also be added to the page. There really isn't a limit to how many people can collaborate on one project. So, I mean, that's it really. The benefits are, well, for a start, you'll notice we have no advertising on this whatsoever. If that's important to you, we don't make our money through advertising. We make it through people buying tutorials. So if you want to support us, take a look at the tutorials we do. If you want to buy one, please go ahead. There will never be any advertising on this page. I've run Simply Maya now for over 20 years and we've never taken advertising at all. I don't like it as a method of payment. So you'll be able to put your work out there advertising free. The main benefits, though, are licenses are clearly defined for both the end user and you as the creator. You can add a PayPal donate button if that's something you want to do. Like I say, that really has nothing to do with us. We don't take a commission or anything like that. We just simply link people directly to you so they can throw you a couple of quid if they want to. Now, the other benefits, of course, are you can upload large files, you can upload many of them, you can collaborate with other people's work, and we won't monkey around with your files. So if you upload a 16-bit TIFF, people will download a 16-bit TIFF. Also, a primary benefit is you are allowing people to take your work and make derivative work from it. So there's been a lot of times where I've been looking on the internet for, say, a picture of a brick wall, something like this one, and I've actually used it in a texture, but there's been no way to give those files back to the original author. There's been no way for me to say, hey, do you want the displacement map, the normal map, the roughness map, and everything else I've created from your work? Also, for me personally, I honestly need to know the exact terms of a license before I would use something in my own work. So that's why I've had this in the back of my head for a very long time. It's in a very, very early beta, probably alpha stage right now. So expect some problems. There are some image formats we don't support. I'd love to hear some feedback on this, and I'll be uploading a massive amount of textures over the next several weeks. So thank you very much for watching. I hope this project is of interest to you. Please do let me know if you encounter any problems or want any features. We'll try and work with you to get a better system so we can all collaborate with each other and get some work done. Thanks for watching.